was you, but you left me alone inside these empty, broken walls. And I can't see it clearly, but it's obvious. I know that you left me alone inside this empty, broken hall. And now you'll be the reason why my soul is tainted.
Hello, my friends, and welcome back to the channel. I'm GungHoGunsGaming, and welcome back to Arrakis, the land of spice, sand, and absolutely zero chill. In today's Dune Awakening video, I'm going to go over my favorite class so far, and in my completely biased and also completely correct opinion, it's one of the most powerful builds in this game. This setup makes combat feel less like survival and more like domination. I'll show you where to get the weapons, how to build this right, and how to use it like a total warlord. So, grab your still suit, maybe a cold drink. Let's go on an adventure together, shall we? All right, thank you folks for being here. Seriously, you're all legends. If you enjoyed the content, please don't forget to like and subscribe. It's free, it takes 2 seconds, and it keeps the mustache combed and the coffee flowing. Also, if you're looking for a crew to ride the dunes with in Dune Awakening, why not join the Mando community? We're building a good team of good people who actually enjoy playing the game. Whether you're into PvE stuff like dungeons or riding a sandstorm, or if you're a PvP king or a Kung Fu maniac, we got a place for you. Link is in the description. Come hang out with us or ride solo, get eaten by a worm. Your call. All right, thank you, warriors. Welcome. Let's get into it really fast, and we will start everything off. Let's actually do the gunnery, or the soldier, if you will. We're going to go really fast because we want to make this a short video. So if you have any questions, please just let me know in the comments and I'll definitely help you out. What you are going to need for this build really quick is the level 3 Bene Gesserit and the level 3 Swordsman. If you don't know how to unlock those to get all the advanced trainers, again, let me know in the comments and I will walk you through it. But let's get started. For the trooper, I only get one ability here, the Shigawara Claw. I really like this because you can traverse the land as you're leveling or moving, but it also acts as an interrupt. You can actually shoot somebody in the face with it just by holding down that move until you position it right in their face, and then if you shoot it, it will interrupt them and it will give you the opportunity to go in there with your sword and kill them off. This is an amazing ability. I prefer it over anything. So again, I have 1 out of 3. My future plan is to level to 3 out of 3. Again, moving on. Going over to this planetologist, a lot of people sleep on this class. It is quite amazing. You guys definitely want to get this. And what you want to do is you want to make it on the far left side for the scientist. You want to get it to rerouting and then eventually over to overcharge. This makes it where your power supply has a maximum capacity. It increases it. So your shields are there, able to last longer and more powerful. And you can just literally stand there as they're trying to kill you and they won't be able to break your shield. So I definitely recommend getting this 3 out of 3. Let's go over to the swordsman because, again, our main abilities are based out of the swordsman. So we'll go quickly and talk about why we take what we take. On the far left side, the blade, we'll start off with that. We do take 3 out of 3 blade damage. Again, this is all blades, including short blades and long blades. You're going to get 9% more damage. Definitely get 3 out of 3. The dance of blades. This is that if you looked in the beginning of the video, when my blade turns green, and what it does is that when you kill somebody for the next abilities, for 10 seconds, it increases your damage boost by 20%. It's amazing. Definitely get this. It's quite awesome. And then finally, right in the middle, I get the long blade damage because I do use a sword. So I get the 15% more damage. Now, obviously, if you use a dagger, do not get this. We're going to have an option for you in the Bene Gesserit. But for now, go ahead and get the 3 out of 3 if you use the sword. Now, going over to the way on the far right side. Again, you see the knee charge. I love this ability. It is a gap closer and it is also an interrupt. And what it's going to do is going to stagger them and allow you to finish them with your sword. Definitely 3 out of 3. It doesn't cost a lot of stamina. The cooldown is very reasonable, and it does a ton of damage. The next thing that I recommend getting is optimized hydration. Again, we need stamina to be able to fight and move really fast in the battlefield. The more you have, the better. And as you look here, make sure that you read it correctly. It is well hydrated. So if you look at my water levels on the far left side, I always have this almost at full above those 2 bars. The reason that I do that, again, is I carry 2 of these liter jugs with me. They're 10,000 capacity each of them, just to make sure that my abilities are able to come off and I am taking advantage of this 25%. The next one that I recommend is disciplined breathing. Again, this is one of the techniques that we are going to be using. And when this does, it increases stamina recovery by 20%. It's quite amazing. You definitely want to have this on ASAP. And as you see right here, it is one of the techniques that we use alongside the Dance of Blades. The next thing that I recommend getting is the general conditioning. Again, more stamina. I hope you kind of see what we're doing here. More and more stamina. Again, 3 out of 3. The next ability that I get is the Crippling Strike. This is this ability right here, and it is quite awesome. It strikes at their feet. It will stagger them, interrupt them, and turn them, making it easy for you to finish them off with your sword. Now, here is where we can have a little freedom to change and pretty much do whatever build you want to do. If you don't want to do this one, I will give you an option in Bene Gesserit what to do. But quickly, let's go over to the will. Now, I do get the deflection, but I don't use it. I don't think the deflection is good. It's a good ability in PvP, maybe, but in PvE, it's quite useless. I don't really use it. I guess Reckless Lunge 2, I do not prefer this either. The damage mitigation 40% is really not worth it because there's better things that we can get in techniques, so that's why I don't use that one. What I really want is the solid stance and the bleed tolerance. You can also get the confidence. Again, this is what you get if you have extra points, you don't know where to put them. This is going to make it more defensive, and it's going to make it easier for you to be able to stay in there and continue to fight. Again, not too bad if you don't get these and you want to get some other things. Going back over to the Bene Gesserit, as you see, we will have the option for you here. Now, if you don't want to use the Crippling Strike or maybe the Sugaring Claw, there is an ability here called the Weirding Step. Now, what this is you can again replace him. What it does, it's kind of like the Rogue in other games where it teleports behind them and staggers them. You can finish them off with your blade that way. Really up to you what you want to do here. But I definitely recommend on the far left side, you at least get the Bindu Sprint 1 out of 3. And then I use the blade damage here because this is for all blades, short and long. You want the 9%. I also get the Manipulated Instability, the 20% extra damage when they're staggered, vulnerable, and all that stuff. And as you see, that's one of my techniques that I use. The damage is insane that comes from this. Now, if you are not using a long blade, you're using daggers, you can definitely use the short blade damage instead of the other one in the swordsman, and you'll get that extra 15% damage, again, depending on which one you want to do. All right, and then let's go over the armor and the weapons. I suggest using the line of the Scout gloves or Scout anything. The reason for that is you get the negative for the stamina cost for the dash abilities. You definitely want to be able to do this, and this is what they mean by dash. If you, for example, hit that alt, see how you can kind of interrupt or get out of the way from being attacked. You definitely need that as the swordsman or any kind of melee character. So you definitely want to get the Scout line, if you will. However, if you do get some of these abilities, and I'm actually sure where you get all of these, as you see, every one of these that I get always have the dash stamina cost at a negative, meaning a reduction, which is amazing, is the one that I would suggest. Again, for the melee, I definitely recommend going with the Scout option. Now, for the weapons, I use the Spark Sword, and I also use the Poison Mist. These swords are actually better than the T5 swords that you can make. And they are T4s that you can get easily. And I'm actually going to show you where to get them. Now, you need aluminum to make them, so you can easily get that. But all the other pieces I'm going to show you that right now, where to get them and how to get them pretty easily. So we find ourselves right over here by the Misa Taril. And what you want to do is you want to land right over here in this little section. And as you see right here, I always leave it right there. Just in case something happens, I can always teleport back to it. The reason why you want to kind of land right here, and it's right in between. Let me take out my sniper just so I kind of show you a little bit better. There are no NPCs right in this area. You can easily kind of come over here and not be bothered, okay? And what we want to do is we essentially want to go all the way over there, but there's a bunch of NPCs here. If you are just starting out, if you can get yourself a sniper rifle, you can easily take these guys out just like so. All right, as you kind of make your way down here, this crazy lady will talk your ear off. Make sure to get all of these right here. Again, you're gonna need all of these to make stuff. You also get tons of Solari, which is really cool. Yeah, you're gonna need this and all of that. Again, the main reason what we're actually doing here is for this identity band. Make sure to get that and then make our way up. And just like that, you can kill every single one of them. And then there'll be only one left, which will be the guy in front of you. And you can just kind of sneak up and hit him with that knee, pop, and then just finish him off. Easy peasy, right? Now, if we kind of come up here, we can put that sword away. Pretty sure we killed every single person. What we want is in here, and a lot of people give up because they can't find where to go. So what you need to do is if you head back here, you want to make sure that you have, oh, did I bring it? I'm sure I did. We want to make sure that we have our cut array with us. And what we're going to do is we're going to cut these two right here. And you're going to get this red band. And then we can just straight right in. And you can do this, by the way, every 45 minutes. You can get a full set. Most of the armor that I have actually came from this because I do this every 45 minutes or an hour. As you see here, we got the poison mist. We're going to go ahead and take that. We're going to take the clapper. You get the aluminum dust, which is really important. You also get a bunch of Solari. You also have the engine for the ornithopter. If you don't want to build one, you can get all the pieces here as well. And again, you just want to get the diamond dust as well. But again, there's tons of stuff in here too that you can get. Again, don't forget the Solari, the scraps, and the diamond dust or diamondite dust. Make sure to get everything because it is super helpful just to have it. And the last one is here. We're going to go ahead and get that. And then, like I said, what you want to do is you want to come back here and do this every 45 minutes or an hour. Do it a few times. And I can actually show you if I go over to my research. And if I do scroll down over to the aluminum section, as you see here, this is how many times you can make it or how many times you have looted those extra pieces. You see I have 3 in this one. And I have 2 on the spark sword and a bunch of the others. All this stuff was gone from that chest. It always will drop 2 purple schematics. 1 for armor and 1 for a weapon. Really, really cool. I definitely recommend doing it. Anyway, this is the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know in the questions if you guys have any, or if you have any questions in the comments, let me know. I'll try my best to help you. Otherwise, have a great one, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.